Hello, this might be quite a long video, so I'm going to warn you now. And there's a reason why I put a piece of cardboard down. Now, does anyone remember me doing an unboxing of this fella the other day? This is the Last Night Leader Class DragonStorm. And when I did this unboxing, I mentioned that... Thank you, Doug. I mentioned that I bought a replacement because my one broke. One of the hinges snapped off and I couldn't find the piece to fix it. Can't remember which piece. One of the hinges broke. So I had one of these without the wing, or one of the wings. So I decided to do some custom work on it. And what I came up with was this. And I don't know if that's showing up very well. Let's turn it that way. So basically I cut off the wings, I put some putty in there, which hasn't gone super well, but I'll get into that later. And I was going for more of a Transformers Cybertron Scourge kind of look, because he's a three-headed dragony thing with no wings, so, you know, made sense. And what I've ended up with is this. There's one of the, well, there are the heads. They're all much the same. The teeth are doing the metallic purple. They got some, thank you, Doug. They got some purple on the back of the necks. It's down the spines. The main body's orange but dirtied up, and has sort of like a bronze over the top to try and tie it in. Some purple on the neck. That bit's a bit different, but without coming for robot mode. And then there's all this. Claws are purple, and that's what this cardboard's for, so I don't tear the paint off. It's not the strongest paint in the world. And it looks alright. I'm reasonably pleased with that. Reasonably. Again, all the sort of dragon flesh, so to speak, I've gone over with a bronze, which is why it's all standing out and shiny. It's a lot darker in real life, but you know. But yeah, it looks alright. I'm not a master custom paint job guy. I have no idea what I'm going to call this video. You guys will, because the title will be there. But it's alright. Like, I missed the top of the leg there. Can you see it's still grey? Just little bits, but they don't really impact on anything, so I'm not that bothered. So we've got that, and let's show it compared to the original. Just get the wings out of the way so you can see. And just... I like this figure. It's a nice figure, but the one thing that really annoyed me was there was no match of any of the colours. It was all slapdash here and everywhere. I mean, look at these necks. Grey, silver, light bluish grey, black grey, bluish grey. At least here it's, you know, a lot more together, you know? Makes a lot more sense. And it wasn't just the figure I did a bit of work on, I also did some work on the weapons. So, because we haven't got the wings, we can't store these underneath anymore, I've drilled some holes in the putty, which is here. And that putty hasn't set very well. I think it's because it's old. It's a bit soft, so I might put some super glue in there because the super glue will harden it. The outside's hard, but the inside's a bit, you know. So I might put some glue on there, but that's my worry at the minute. And that one's our standard. And just so you can see, let's take the weapons off. So we'll just wriggle this off. Wriggle, do not pull, wriggle. Take that one off. And this one can just come off as standard. And yeah, I've got the metallic purple down the spine, and yeah, it looks alright. Now, like I say, this hasn't got the bronzish colour to it. You might be able to tell. Maybe. That'll become more apparent in robot mode. But it looks alright. I mean, like I said, the holes in the back for the swords, they don't look great, but whatever, it's fine. So he's okay. I'll go over these in robot mode. I can move them out of the way for now. So I suppose I should transform him, really. It does hold up for transformation, just about. I am worried that the paint's going to scrape off because it's not very good. It's Games Workshop paint, like old Games Workshop paint. I haven't bought any for years because I stopped playing because it got stupid. It got to the point where it's pay to win, and I'm not interested in that because I can't afford it. So I'm worried about the paint scraping off. That's why. Cardboard, stuff like that. So, transformation. Okay, right. Well, I've already done the transformation of this guy before, so it's the same thing. So I'm not going to go too much into depth with it. You can just see how things are. And yeah, he looks a bit different from underneath. Shush. He'll become more apparent in robot mode, okay? There's subtle differences, but, you know, that's if anyone hasn't been on my Instagram seen the pictures I've put up there, because, you know. Right, so we'll get that bit loose, we'll get that bit loose, and we will pop this apart. Yep, there we go. Pop open, out the way, lag, and you can drop out. Okay. See, like some of the paint's scraped off there. It's little things like that. It's not a massive problem, but it's just something I'm aware of. And this transformation, because it's just awkward, is nerve-wracking that I'm going to rip paint off, and that's where that's gone. So we're going to bring the leg through, bring it around, and try and... You can get one into place. That's not an issue, because you can just shove it into the space. But getting the second one into place without ripping the paint off both of them is... yeah, not so fun. I sound like I'm doing a really dangerous operation, which, to be fair, kind of feels like. So we'll get that through there, and we'll take the opportunity, I think, to fold the head out, because otherwise it gets a bit awkward trying to get the arms around. Come on, get out of the way. You will get to see this when it's done, honest. I'm just trying to not break it or scrape all the paint off, because if I'm doing a review on it and I scrape all the paint off, I'm going to be very upset with myself. Come on, don't fight with me now. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Twist. There we go. Right. Shoulder pad, why are you being a pain in the bum? Right, there we go. Go around. Okay. You go into the space. Go around properly. Go around, go around. Don't scrape on anything. Go around nicely. You're not in properly, are you? There we go. That's better. Twist like that. Yeah, go towards the back. Good. You go around this piece without scraping all the paint off. Thank you very much. And you. And go together. I'll show each of these robots off as I get to them. I'll do that one in a minute once I've done this. I just need to focus on not damaging the paint, basically. These transformations aren't the easiest things in the world anyway, but I just don't want to rip the paint to bits. Okay. And tab the big knee guardy thing, fold it around, straighten that up, make sure it's all in place. You get back in there. You've never been an issue before. Don't fight with me. Twist. Flip out the toe. Straighten off a bit. That's better. Get into place properly. Come loose. Fold around. Up into that space. Turn around. Fold out the thing. This hip swivel's tight. It's not me. It's very tight. U-turn. Fold out the hand. Come on. Out the hand. Close it up. Turn. Flip through. Fold out the hand. Come on. Close it up. And you stop fighting with me. There we go. And here we have what was Draconicus, or Dragonicus rather, whatever his name is, in robot mode. And what do you think? I've stuck a little Decepticon symbol on him. It doesn't show up very well because it's a very little purpley symbol, but that's kind of the point. They're quite low key. Don't have to have like massive emblazoned, and there's no real big spaces I could put it on. But what do you think? Nice? See, rather than the sort of orangey skin tone for the dragon, now it's more of a pink, but it's pink with the metallic purple highlights. And I don't know, I like it. It's not the colour I would have picked, but for some reason I did. I honestly don't know. But I do like it, it's quite interesting. Just down the legs. And you can see the sort of dragony flesh, the other side of the, the sort of armour plating, so to speak. Got the head, which is fine. And the claws, for some reason that one's scraped now just to spite me. See the grey there? Nice one. The claws now kind of look like an extension of the spine, which is quite nice. And yeah, there you go. 2 sword ports still work. And might as well give him his 2 swords. So he's got this one. And this one. I'll get into the weapons in a bit. I'll do the other one first. So there he is in robot mode. Okay. If you want me to do a comparison with that one, the other one, it's going to take me a while to transform, but it's up to you. So we'll do the top piece first. We'll rotate this around, being slow and gentle and try not to break anything. Get the arm out. Bring this down to place. Rotate the head around. There we go. Flip out the hand. Rotate this down. Turn it. Push through the hand and stuff. Close it up. Fold up the back panel. This down. Straighten it up. Connect it all together. The toe. Fold up the tail, which is now all one colour, which makes it look a lot better. Rotate the legs. Stiff now. Turn the waist. And this is Storm Rain in robot mode. And again, there's just so much detail that was lost on the original, and just a little bit of ink just brought it out, and little Decepticon symbol there. Yeah, just to differentiate them, I've given this one a lot more purple highlights than the other one. Just try and make them look a little bit more different. But they look really good until you kind of turn this one around and you got the whole grey, because I wasn't wasting my time painting that. I couldn't be bothered. But I think it looks alright, personally. And I can give him his mace. There you go. And because this one's got tiny little heels, so there they are, together in robot modes. So we got which would be Storm Rain, but if someone wants to give him a new name, they can do. And what would be Draconicus, where someone wants to give him a new name, you can do. The combined form is Cybertron Scourge, so it'd just be Scourge. So if you want to give them names, they could just be the sweeps. I don't know. So we'll get into the weapons, because what I've done here, this is the one I kind of like the most, is I've done this. And what I was trying to go for, and I don't know if I've succeeded, is more of an elemental edge to each of the weapons rather than just being grey lumps. So this one I've tried to go for a sort of lightning mace. Thunder mace, because Hammer is licensed again, Games Workshop. Try and give it some sort of elemental thing. And along those same themes, we've got this guy who's got an ice sword and a fire sword. Fire sword I'm not 100% about. I'm not sure if it looks any good. I've gone for sort of like it's sort of bronzed itself because it's gone too hot, that kind of thing. Whereas this one's just blue with cold. I don't know. I'm not certain, but at least it's different rather than just the standard weapons. And so, yeah, there you go. That's what they look like. And I'm going to quickly transform this. So, like I said, to take the wings off, I literally had to take a hacksaw to them. That was fun. Light. You can tell I'm not a professional doing any of this, and yeah, it was very disconcerting having to hacksaw a big lump off. Didn't like that, to be honest with you. Didn't like that at all. But I had to, because I didn't want to throw the figure out just for that. So it was like, well, what can I do with it? Three-headed dragon, no wings. Scourge, obviously. So that's what I went for. It makes sense, really. And it's just, I don't know, I think with a lot of things like me, it's a degree of being too poor to throw things away, especially from when I was a kid. And I don't know, I've got some kind of attachment to things that are broken. Shush, no little psychiatrists out there. Just, no, you can't throw something away for something like that. You got to try and make use of it. And they look pretty good. So, I've almost got Dragonicus transformed, if that helps. Not completely, but almost. I'm doing one of the two legs. Ooh. Right, now I'm doing the other of the two legs. Ooh. I could do this on screen, but I really don't want to be seen fumbling with it while I'm trying to rush. Transform. This one's a lot nicer, though. I'm no offense to you guys. This one's a lot nicer, these figures, because I don't know if it's because they're not second-hand or what, but the joints don't seem anywhere near as stiff, like overly stiff in certain places. Like they don't, like someone's not treated them well. I don't know, because these guys were second-hand. I did an unboxing. I got those with like the Voyager Scorn, and I think there was a slog in there, and there's a couple of other little bits that were quite interesting. There's a little spy set Laserbeak that I keep meaning to review and haven't. Alright, sort the wings out now, and this one is done. Okay. We'll give you your two swords just to have the comparison of those as well. Get in the hand. And this side. Come on. There we go. Yep. So you can go there. And we'll do this one quickly. This one's a lot quicker, you may have noticed from when I transformed it there. So we'll transform the toes, fold the tail up, pull that off, turn the waist. Good. Turn the body, sort the dragony head out. Yeah, this is just for comparison, really. If you've seen enough, you've seen enough. I'm not going to try and force you to stick around, but this will show more what I've done. I'm sure you can probably tell from this one already, but you know, let's get that transformed. You know, when you're rushing and just making things more difficult for yourself. Fold the back panel all the way up. Stick his weapon in his hand. Go in. There we go. There we go. So let's do them individually. You go over there for a second. There's a big difference. I mean, if you want to be pushed to the shove, the heads are, well, they're the same head. The body, that just looks messy, and the divide where they split is a lot more obvious here than it is on that. I mean, you can still see it, but because of all the other panels and stuff are more prominent, it's a bit more obvious than this one. You know, it's all unique. Yeah, not unique, you know what I mean? It's all unified paint scheme all the way along, whereas this is just colours everywhere. So I like the colour scheme for that. I like these guys. It's just the colour scheme's always bothered me. So sort your feet out. There we go. You go over there with him. And then we'll do these two. On both of them, this knee is super loose. On both of them. Even on him. Although he's not as bad now because I have done some work on it. And so, yeah. I mean, one thing I think this one might be better is this little piece across the waist. But then I've brought out the details like this. this symbol on the chest, that's on this figure. It's just not brought out. There's no attention to it. So I think I've possibly done better to make use of the detail. But they are basically the same figure. I made the heads look slightly different though, so that's a thing. So yeah, there you go. That's my... Come on. Don't fall on your face. There we go. This is my last night Scourge set. If anyone wants to name them, please do. I'm thinking, in thanks for sending me such awesome things as this, I might send these to Belucius. I'm thinking about it. I haven't decided yet because I know he'll throw a hissy fit when he sees this. But that's what I'm thinking of doing. Because I have your address. Oh yes, these and a big lump of feces. That'll teach you a valuable lesson. I don't know. I'm going to wait for him to shout at me for even suggesting it, but whatever. So yeah, there you go. That's my comparison of my custom paint scheme and whatever to the original. And this is over 20 minutes, so I'm going to go. So I should be ugly, I should be wretched, and I shall see all of you in the next one. Bye, everybody. Stay customed.